One man is being victimized by our own government. One man whom they fear, yet who millions love. One man who is willing to take the poison arrows of lawfare. One man whose voice has been taken away by a corrupt judge operating in a corrupt system. One man who has been ridiculed and insulted. One man who refused to back down. One man who refused to back down. One man who refused to back down. One man who stands between us and them. One man that wants to see America protected again. One man who wants to see America prosper again. One man who understands that a man is a man and a woman is a woman. One man who understands and protects the blessing of life. One man who wants to restore American exceptionalism. One man who once again wants to make America that shining city on a hill for all to see. A place where all the people of the world glowingly set their eyes upon. America. One man who unashamedly wants to make America great again. That one man is Donald Trump.
This is Fanfare with Barry Cunningham.
"'Twas the night before Christmas, the snow deep and white. The reindeer were set for their long winter flight. The elves were all wrapping the last gifts with care. The scent of hot cocoa hung sweet in the air. Old Santa sat slumped in his chair by the fire, his nose red and runny, his fever grew higher. He sneezed and he sniffled, he coughed and he wheezed.
"Oh dear,"
Santa groaned.
"I'm as sick as can be."
Outside of the workshop arose such a clatter, a chopper arriving. What could be the matter? Away to his window old Santa did dash, threw open the shutters and drew up the sash. There on the snow, touching down with a thump, Marine One arrived with President Trump. Donald stepped down onto the snow with a confident stride and a soft orange glow.
"Hey, Santa!"
Trump called.
"You look tired, so tired. I'll be Santa this year. It's a job I admire. I've handled much bigger, believe me, it's true. The economy, China, I'll handle this too."
Old Santa just blinked, then he started to grin.
"Hello, my old friend. Come in, come in. I've done this for centuries, year after year. A night off sounds nice. It's so cozy in here."
Trump strutted inside to the workshop with flair. The elves all stopped working to ogle and stare.
"These elves,"
Donald said,
"they're incredible folks. The best in the business. They're really no joke. We're going to have Christmas like never before. The biggest, the best. That's what we're here for."
He loaded the sleigh with his own special touch.
"More gifts. We need more. This isn't enough."
The bag overflowed, stacked right to the top, all made by the elves in Santa's workshop. Then onto the sleigh he climbed up with great pride, Melania's cookies tucked right by his side. He cracked the gold whip, the reindeer took flight.
"Now Dasher, now Prancer, let's do this thing right. On Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen, we'll make history tonight, and poems will be written."
The reindeer responded with thunder and spark, and off through the sky they blazed into the dark. For the daughters, a doll with a pretty pink dress. For the sons, a race car, shiny red, the best.
"'Cause boys will be boys and girls will be girls. It's just common sense. It's the real world. world.
To Democrats' houses, he came without spite, even though they'd complain and they'd fuss and they'd fight.
He's a fascist!
He left them face masks and 95 so that they'd feel safe when driving inside. Their cars all alone with windows rolled tight, they're still double masking at such a sad sight. Greta Thunberg bobbleheads too, a little voice box that screams, "How dare you?" In one quiet house, Trump knelt by the tree. When a little boy woke, he'd got up to pee.
Santa?
He asked, and slowly walked near. But Santa looked different, more orange, less beard.
Not Santa,
Trump said with a wink and a grin.
but just as good looking and way, way more thin.
The boy rubbed his eyes.
Are you President Trump?
Trump just smiled and gave the kid a fist bump. Then held out a flag, red, white, and blue.
Merry Christmas, young man. This is for you.
Before heading north, Trump cinched up his coat, one last present to give to the cartel boats. No missiles tonight, it was Christmas, you see. Instead, he dropped something more natural. The reindeer let loose with a thunderous sound, and magical droppings swiftly rained down. Reindeer that fly have a special-made poo. It sparkles, explodes, and it's quite deadly, too. Boom went the speedboats. Blam went the drugs. Out into the sea flew the criminal thugs. But Trump wasn't done. He swung around back.
I'll finish them off with a quick double tap.
Another pass over, more presents from Lear, and the cartel's whole shipment had just disappeared.
That's how we do Christmas.
Trump shouted with glee.
Merry Christmas, you scumbags. This gift was from me.
Trump finally turned north as dawn filled the sky. The reindeer were tired, and so was the guy. Old Santa was waiting with cocoa in hand.
Well done, Donald Trump. That was all just so grand.
It was nothing. Believe me, I do this all day. I love delivering toys in your sleigh. The people are happy, the presents delivered, the drug boats are sunk, and justice delivered.
He handed the reins back to Jolly St. Nick.
Call me again whenever you're sick.
You saved Christmas this year. God bless you, my friend.
Trump nodded and turned. The trip had to end. Marine One lifted off into the sky, and Santa waved back with a tear in his eye. Trump leaned out the window that cold Christmas day, real loud so Santa could hear him say,
To the soldiers abroad and the farmers at home, to the builders, the truckers, wherever they roam, to the cops and the nurses, the teachers, the vets, to the kids in pajamas and the family pets, and even the haters, the losers, the fakes, and even Pelosi, that treacherous snake.
Santa heard him exclaim as he flew out of sight.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
But then Santa heard one more thing at the end.
Let's make America great again.
There will be people who see that and they will say that is AI. They won't believe that is possibly true, but I have checked with the elves. I talked to Santa, as I was getting everything straight for the grandkids, and he said, no, that actually happened. Every single bit of that you just watched happened. That wasn't AI. That was real life. It's probably going to continue tonight. I don't know. I saw that today and I'm like, I gotta show that. I gotta start off a Christmas Eve show with that because it says everything. And then when it got to, I was laughing the whole way myself. And then when it got to the reindeer magic poo, I lost it. I just could not even fathom that somebody had the ability, the wit, the forethought to type that in. And I know many of you don't like AI, but you just saw, what was it, 3.5 minutes? You just saw something 3.5, 4 minutes of AI, spectacular AI. And somebody actually had to create that. They had to write it. They had to go through and say, I want it said this way and that way. And so that was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The magic poo did it all for me. He pooped all over the drug boats. Yes, I'm in a good mood. It's the Christmas Eve, the night before Christmas, but it's not quiet because I got 2 little dogs that have been yapping all day because they don't know what the heck's going on. What are these boxes? And who's coming? And I had to tell them, I said, the kids are coming. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. They can't wait. They're going crazy. I hope your Christmas is going fantastic as well. So a little bit of housekeeping. I said I was going to take some time off. And I did. I took the whole day off. I just lounged around. I figured today would be a nice, easy day. And then I got bored. I got really bored. And, I'm like, I'm relaxed. I napped throughout the rest of the evening and into the night. There will be people in the Fanfare family who just want to talk, just want to chat with each other. And what's really cool is I can put it on and I'll walk away and I'll come back and chat with you. But I tried to figure out, how can I make sure people don't feel alone tonight? I don't want people anywhere, as much as I possibly can, for people not to feel alone. So I'm going to put up the Santa tracker. I don't know if you've seen it, they show where Santa is at a specific time. I've got a sound bed to it, so there's going to be some music playing. And anybody that wants to join, I'll put it up probably shortly after this show, after President Trump is done. I'll put it up and it'll run all night. Let's say if I get it up by 7, I'll just let it run until YouTube cuts it off. I think they only allow 11. I don't know. I think they let you continue to broadcast. They just don't archive anything after 8 hours. So I just let it run, just let it go. And anybody that wants to stop in and chat, feel free. So President Trump is due to come out at 4:30. He's going to be calling troops and maybe even some kids, maybe his own grandkids. I don't know. It'd be very interesting to see if he and Melania are going to get on the phone. So we'll cover that. And again, if you feel lonely, we'll go ahead and do Santa today. And then tomorrow, what I'll probably do is do more of that, do some sort of montage. And then tomorrow night, I'll show It's a Wonderful Life. So if people are feeling alone and you don't have family around, at least there'll be a movie playing in the background. And you might see some friends pop in and out of the chat. And so if you do have family and friends in town, or you're going to be busy, just be cognizant that there might be some people who are alone that would love to see, you chat and just come on in. Hey, how you doing today, Fred? How you doing, Sally? Yeah, just wanted to say Merry Christmas. Now, it'll make the world for people. And that's what we've spent the entire year doing, is building a community that people would feel comfortable, that they could come in and talk amongst friends. Obviously, the bad part about it is it won't be moderated, because there's no way SB and Roaring Rage and Beth and everybody are going to be up all day, all night. I mean, moderating. So if you see some trolls come in, they probably will. They got nothing better to do. So before he gets on, and then I got some things I want to talk about, because there's some good stuff happening. I wasn't going to do much news, but I do have some news to talk to you about. So before I do that, let me talk to you about something that doesn't get enough attention, and that's microplastics in your arteries and how they may be silently threatening your heart. New research shows microplastics are not just in oceans or in our drinking water. They're ending up somehow in our blood, and they're clotting our blood, and they're causing arterial plaques. A recent study analyzing human blood clots found microplastics in 80% of samples taken from people who had heart attacks, strokes, or deep vein thrombosis, DVT. Here's a mind-blowing statistic. Cadavers with microplastic plaques are 450% more likely to have died from a heart attack or a stroke. Let me say that again. They're opening up cadavers and finding that cadavers are filled with microplastics. That's not a small correlation. That's a major red flag for your heart's integrity. The good news is that probiotics in kimchi have been found to degrade, absorb, and even excrete microplastics from the body. Just checking over there. Now, I want to show you something, because whenever I talk to people about kimchi, the people over there always include nice studies for me to show you. And here's a study. A brand new study shows that eating a fermented kimchi can help improve fasting glucose, lower your triglycerides, and reduce high blood pressure. And Kimchi One from Brightcore Nutrition brings you all the benefits of kimchi in a convenient capsule form. People always ask me, Kimchi One, kimchi, what's the difference? Kimchi is like a cabbage. You have to cook it. And sometimes it can be kind of stinky, and it's a long, involved process. You can take this pill, this capsule from Kimchi One from Brightcore, and it delivers over 900 probiotic strains plus antioxidants and enzymes that help your body detox naturally. It also helps you fight harmful bacteria, and it protects your arteries from stress caused by the microplastics. It helps your body defend itself from the inside out, supporting your gut, your immune system, and your heart. And it's all natural, non-GMO, made right here in the United States. No mess, no odor, just simple capsules that work. So if you'd like to go ahead and order some kimchi, especially this, it's coming up. You're going to have big meals. You're going to eat a lot of sugar probably over the next couple of days with cakes and cookies and all kinds of stuff. Be honest. You're gonna crash your diet over the next couple of days. So if you get some kimchi, it's gonna help you. You can get an exclusive offer by clicking the link in the description, or just use the code Barry for 25% off your entire order. Or for an even better deal, call my friends at Brightcore for up to 50% off your order. They're gonna give you up to 50% off your order and free shipping. Give them a call now at 888-418-6738. All right, so before President Trump comes out, let's talk about something. I've even had people over the last 2 weeks say, Barry, you're kind of drifting into that Q area. When I've said many times, the military is the only way. And as I've said it, there are some people who think the Q people are whack jobs. You may be one of them. But then you're going to have a lot of explaining to do, because things that we saw are starting to look like they're going to happen. I want you to hear something that I downloaded just for you guys today. It's my Christmas present to you. I want you to hear this.
I am increasingly concerned because of the chaos that is being caused by these ICE agents, that somebody is going to get seriously injured or killed. Somebody is...
And come on back, buffering. All right. So I was waiting because it was buffering for some reason. I don't know why that happens, but I stopped the video so you didn't miss anything. All right. Yep, I know, SV, it's buffering, but we are back.
Single Minneapolis resident, because they showed up and decided to protect their neighbors, because they showed up and decided to express their constitutional right to free speech. And so that concern is deep. It is held, by the way, not just by me and our residents and the people who are standing up behind me. The concern about getting somebody killed is also held by our police officers.
Why would anybody get killed if they complied? They make it seem as though the ICE agents are the ones. I'm not sure if the internet service went on holiday as well, but I'm going to try and muscle through this. I'm trying my best. I keep seeing the light go from green to red, and so it just drives me crazy. But in any event, we're red again. We're green again. So in any event, they are causing the problem. They're trying to say other people are causing the problem. But the problem isn't with the ICE agents.
At about 10:51 this morning, Anne Arundel officers responded to the 500 block of West Court in Glen Burnie, right here behind me, for a shooting involving ICE ERO agents. No members of the Anne Arundel County Police Department were involved in the shooting. I just want to stress that. Based on the preliminary information that we received, it indicates that ICE agents were conducting a detail. They approached a white van. That van attempted to run agents over. Then ICE agents fired at that vehicle. That vehicle accelerated, coming to rest behind me in a wooded area behind these homes. There was an individual in that vehicle that was struck by gunfire. That individual was transported to an area hospital with what is being described, he's being described as being in stable condition. There was another individual outside of that vehicle that sustained minor injuries and also went to an area hospital.
So let me get this right. You are seeing people openly attack ICE agents, including some people in Congress who don't think it's a big deal. They're just doing what they think they should be doing, which is completely insane. And so the other day, was it yesterday, whatever, all the liberals were out there just, oh, they couldn't believe it. It's so much fun. It's amazing. The court sided with the liberal states and wow. I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm sorry. I apologize, but it's not me. But anyway, I'm going to try and keep going. They're going to keep trying to stop me. I'm going to keep going. They were giddy.
ICE agents.
CNN's Joan Biskupic, Joan, following this for us. So what are the justices saying in this decision?
Yes, just in, Erica. This is a rare ruling against the Trump administration. And I'm going to give you the narrow grounds that it's on, but they're very important grounds here, Erica and Brianna. You remember this all starts in Illinois when the Trump administration has tried to deploy the National Guard to assist ICE agents at its Broadview facility, where there had been a lot of controversy and a lot of protesters, and the Trump administration had said, you know, the lives and the facility of the ICE people were at risk and it needed the Guard there, whereas the challengers said, no, these were mostly peaceful protests and there was no grounds to send in the National Guard, as Donald Trump has tried to do in several cities. In this case, the justices said the grounds that the Trump administration had asserted the Trump administration lawyers just simply did not back up. Let me read you the provision of the law that President Trump had invoked. It empowers him to federalize members of the Guard if he is, quote, unable with the regular forces to execute the laws of the United States.
All right, so what's really important here before they try to turn me off again is she's reading this statement here, and she's talking, as you can see, can federalize the Guard. Actually, what that means is take the National Guard and turn them into to be under the control of the federals. The federals meaning the federal government, President Trump. And this is what they're using now and saying he can't do it. But keep watching.
So there became a very important issue of what does regular forces mean. And what the justices said, it has to mean the regular military, not people on the ground, not ICE, but the regular military.
And she completely just blew through that when some of us went, wait, you're missing something. You can't go yada, yada, yada through that. Hey, listen, you can't use the National Guard, President Trump, because before you can use the National Guard, you should be using, quote, regular forces, which is the complete game, set, match of everything that we've been waiting for. She just said it. And she doesn't even understand what she's saying because they're so giddy that they're shutting the president down, they think. And she just read specifically what it is that would allow him to do it.
The Trump administration has to be able to say that with its regular forces, it was not able to enforce the law. And this is what the majority opinion said. We do have 3 dissenters that I'll mention in a second. But what the majority opinion said, at this preliminary stage, the government has failed to identify a source of authority that would allow the military to execute the laws in Illinois.
Did you catch that? So the judge or the Supreme Court said President Trump, as of yet, has not identified an authority that allows him to do this with the National Guard, because before you can do it with the National Guard, basically the National Guard is designed to be support. You got to use the military first, and then if you need extra, you bring in the National Guard. And she's not understanding what she's reading here. She's not understanding what the judges are saying. And I bet you she's going to skip over what Judge Kavanaugh actually said.
The president has not invoked a statute that provides any kind of exception in the law for this.
Huh? She just said it. She just said it, what they wrote. She just said the word, and it didn't jump off the page at her. The president, as of yet, has not invoked any statutory blah, blah, blah that would give him authority. He hasn't invoked. You hear what the Supreme Court's saying, and she's not getting it. Right now, light bulbs should be going off in your head. Oh, he hasn't invoked anything. Oh, I know what he needs to invoke.
Instead, he has relied on inherent constitutional authority that he says would allow it. But the government hasn't made its case. Now, the justices in the majority wanted to stress that the Trump administration had not carried its burden here. It sort of left the door open for the administration to make further claims, but this is really significant at this point, given how much the Trump administration has prevailed at the Supreme Court. Now, 3 justices dissented. Justices Samuel Alito, Clarence Thomas, and Neil Gorsuch. They're the 3 that are on the far right. Justice Kavanaugh concurred in the judgment, stressing that the kind of preliminary narrow nature of the ruling here.
She does. This is a perfect example of the media not having any clue what they're reading. She's trying to get through it so fast because this is just a big win for the blue states. And it's amazing that the Supreme Court slapped President Trump down and told him he has to do this, this, and this, which she didn't even realize what she was reading. I hope some of you at this point are going, oh, I know what they're saying.
But this does mean that for now, the National Guard cannot be deployed in Illinois. And we have several other cases kicking around out there from Portland, from Los Angeles, different places where Donald Trump has said that he needs to bring in the National Guard. And this now brings to light another ground that the challengers can invoke. I should say that the challengers originally, the lower court judges involved in some of these cases had questioned the idea of whether Donald Trump and his lawyers had made the case for regarding the regular forces being unable to provide safety.
Spit it out, honey. You don't even get it. She doesn't even understand what she's reading. And if she does understand, then what she's trying to do is keep it calm so that the other people watching CNN don't freak the F out. They are now going to realize at this point, and I'm sure the cat's out of the bag finally, after many of us yesterday went, I don't think this is what you think it is. And it was almost instantaneous that I posted something and like, oh yeah, I just started seeing it post up all over all over. And people were like, wait a second, did the court just tell President Trump to do what I think it told him to do? Did Judge Kavanaugh specifically said, no, don't do it this way. You got to do it this way. Did they just do that? They absolutely effing did. And the media completely missed it.
The scene. But in this case, as the dissenters said, the challengers had not kind of premiered that argument, and the dissenters said, the court shouldn't have gone to it. But what happened, actually, when this case was first brought to the Supreme Court in October from the Trump administration, the justices kind of bided their time behind the scenes. And then a few weeks later, they issued an order that said, we would like some clarity on what regular forces means and whether Donald Trump really actually had grounds to try to deploy the Guard here. And after looking at the arguments from both sides and from outside special interests that also became involved in the case, clearly that sticking point remained a sticking point to the very end. And for now, the Trump administration cannot deploy the Guard to the Broadview section of Chicago in Illinois. Brianna,
what about other cities, Joan?
Yeah, no, I think this just will give.
She was reading the document and she couldn't understand what the court was saying. Even when she said the court paused because they were waiting for President Trump to do something. He wasn't ready yet. As we've said many a times, as the panicans and the fake pollsters and the influencers are out there, they're not paying attention. They're not understanding what President Trump is about to do. I've been convinced of it. I'm 100% convinced of it right now. All right, so it's 4:30. He has not as of yet come out, so I'm going to continue with this. And I just want you to see, because this is, what happened literally about, I don't know, 2 hours ago.
Initially recently said, look, I'm trying to enforce the laws with ICE agents, with federal law enforcement, and I can't do it, so I need to call the National Guard. But the statute says the president has to be unable to enforce the law with regular forces. What does regular forces mean? We don't know. The Supreme Court has never decided that question before yesterday. The Supreme Court now says regular forces means you have to try with the regular armed forces first before you can bring out the National Guard.
All right, so there you go. Now people are reading this thing and understanding what you have to do first is bring out, quote, regular forces. What's regular forces? The Army, the Marines, the Navy, regular forces. We don't need the Navy because it's not on the water. So it is the Marines. It's the Army deploying actual regular forces to these neighborhoods to protect everything going on.
So the unintended consequence here might be that the president is going to have to call the 82nd Airborne or the Marines or the 101st Airborne Division, as, for example, President Eisenhower did after Brown versus Board of Education in the South to enforce desegregation. President Trump might have to do that first in order to protect those federal buildings, those ICE agents. And then if they fail, he can then call out the National Guard.
You get little tinglies, little excited there, because now that entire plan, the entire ability for President Trump to do what he, I think, wants to do, has been waiting to do. It's still not time yet. And I'm going to tell you in a second why I don't think it was time. And now what we're seeing is indicating that it is time. So I'm going to explain that to you in a second.
Got it. J.B. Pritzker, the governor in the state of Illinois, is saying this. Today is a big win for Illinois and American democracy. This is an important step in curbing the Trump administration's consistent abuse of power and slowing Trump's march toward authoritarianism.
We f***ed up.
That's purely political. I think the president has obviously tried to work within the framework of the law as his...
That's a key. The president has tried to work within the framework of the law, not just with this, but with other cases as well. They've tried to do everything they can to supplicate to these insane judges all across the country. Okay, you want us to do that, huh? Oh, you want us to do this? Oh, you want us to try to bring back the Maryland man? Oh, we got to do all this stuff, jump through all these hoops to make sure that we're staying within the realm of whatever judgment was put in place. And meanwhile, all of us are out there, just ignore it. No, we won't ignore it. We're not going to ignore it. Let these people gloat. Then they're going to have that hangover style moment probably right now where they're going, we effed up. We seriously effed up.
Eagles have seen it. 15 seconds or so. What happens from here? And I guess...
Oops, sorry.
I guess I answered my own question when I say I'm not surprised by Pritzker's response, and I guess you aren't either.
I'm not. He's, of course, injecting a lot of heated political rhetoric into this. Yeah. But what's going to happen? Trump will, of course, now have the right to go to the Supreme Court on the full merits. As you said, Kevin, this is just preliminary. He may be able to get the full court to reverse this preliminary decision. But second, and I think more worrisome, is the Supreme Court is essentially inviting President Trump to send regular armed troops and deploy those to Chicago and Los Angeles before he can send the National Guard. I think a governor would rather have National Guard troops than the 82nd Airborne and the Marine Corps patrolling the streets of Chicago.
I would think so. I would really think, you've seen the movie The Siege, haven't you? I would really think you'd want these, I wouldn't call them completely weekend warriors, but one of the things I used to say was, these guys aren't, authorized to carry guns. These guys aren't authorized for law enforcement. Where do you think the Marines get on your street? Party time is over. you're not going to be able to wrap these guys up. You're not going to go ahead and throw a brick at a Marine. Go ahead and try to block the Marines from doing something. Oh, it's about to come.
Yeah, especially when you think.
George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Grover Cleveland, George Bush, and others all used the armed forces to keep domestic order and peace. Many of our leaders used the military.
So as you're hearing him say these, you're going to hear a couple times where he's been dropping hints for months. For many months, he's been dropping these hints. I found them, you found them, many of you have found them, and we've been wondering what is going to take, what's it going to take?
Keep peace. Now they like to say, oh, you're not allowed to use the military. And you know what the people say? The people in those cities where they're being raped and shot and beat up, you know what they say? We love the military. You ever see where they interview the people on the street? I've never seen somebody say they don't, unless they're radical and paid off, because a lot of these insurrectionists are paid by, whether it's Soros or other people, but they're paid by the radical left. So today I want to thank every service member from general to private who has bravely helped us secure the nation's capital and make America safe for the American people. It's amazing. The whole world is watching.
What? The Insurrection Act, under what conditions or terms would you?
Well, I'd do it if it was necessary. So far it hasn't been necessary, but we have an Insurrection Act for a reason. If I had to enact it, I'd do that. If people were being killed and courts were holding us up, or governors or mayors were holding us up, sure, I'd do that. I mean, I want to make sure that people aren't killed. We have to make sure that our cities are safe. And
if the courts, the judges, the governors are holding us up, sure. What's happening right now? They're being held up with this stuff. So I just want to give you my feeling on this, because obviously he has every right. He could have invoked the Insurrection Act at any time. And so why would he have waited? I personally believe that the reason for him to wait is a matter of timing and public perception. Signing an order is the easy part. If he just said, hey, I'm invoking the Insurrection Act, nobody's going to know what it means. Nobody's going to understand it. They're going to sue in 50 different courts. So signing something like the Insurrection Act order would be pretty much challenged and looked badly at by many, many people, because signing the order is the easy part. However, convincing hundreds of millions of Americans, and let's say at least 70, 80 million, and there's probably some more in the independents and also with the some Democrats who aren't completely crazy, but convincing Americans that we are now compromised from within. We've seen it over and over and over with these district court judges. We are obviously compromised from within. We can see people in the Democrat Party who are doing some of the craziest things out there. We can see now that California has probably spent $76 billion of fraud. We see what's going on in Minnesota. We see the deaths in Chicago. And you just keep going. And now everybody sees this stuff. And every time you see somebody talk, it's like, is somebody going to do something? How many times on X have you already seen somebody's got to do something? I'll be right back. President Trump is up. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. All right.
Hello.
well, thank you very much, General. Very good. We have the First Lady here. And I think she'll be answering calls separately, actually. She'll be talking to some, I'll be talking to some.
Hello, good evening.
To defend North America to track Santa. Before we connect you to each caller, a member of our team will briefly share the child's first name, age, and city and state where they're calling from. as well as they'll give you Santa's current location. Then there's going to be a brief pause as we connect the child's call, and then they'll be placed directly on the line with you. And then you'll hear our team let the child know that they're connected with you, the president.
That sounds great, General.
Any questions?
Well,
Okay.
General.
Our first caller is ready for you if you are.
Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Perfect. Mr. President?
Yes.
I am now connecting you to Anastasia, who is 4 years old, and Jasper, who is 10 years old. They live in Sepulta, Oklahoma, and Santa is currently headed for Prague, Czech Republic.
Oh, very good. That's very exciting. Good. Let me have them.
Hello?
Hello. Hi. How are you? This is the president.
Hello, you are... Oh my goodness, Jasper, Amy, hello, hold on 1 second.
Hello, Brad.
The president.
How are you?
Say hi, Trump.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
Merry Christmas.
I love Oklahoma, by the
Merry
way.
Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. Hi. Merry Christmas. Thank you very much, honey. Very much. Very happy Christmas and Happy New Year to
Do
you.
you know where he's flying over?
Thank you. Hello, hold on 1 second.
Hello, Brad.
The president.
How are you?
Merry Christmas.
Say hi, Trump.
Hello, everybody. Hi.
Merry Christmas.
I love Oklahoma, by the
Merry
way.
Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. Hi. Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
Thank you very much, honey. Very much. Very happy Christmas and Happy New Year to
Do
you.
you know where he's flying over?
Thank you.
Do you have a question to ask?
You have a
He's
question?
over Germany right now. So
What's your question?
2 hours and he will be at your house.
They ain't got the time.
Yes. What did you ask Santa to bring you?
Go ahead and you can take your time.
Oh, wow.
Go ahead,
You
huh?
love video games?
on him.
Yes.
Right.
I hope he will be
Yeah.
right.
Go
I hope
ahead.
the dreams come true.
That has a tracker on him.
Okay.
Well, we track Santa all over the world. We want to make sure that Santa is being good. Santa's a very good person. We want to make sure that he's not infiltrated, that we're not infiltrating into our country a bad Santa. So we found out that Santa is good.
Thank you. Bye.
Santa loves you. Santa loves Oklahoma like I do. You know, Oklahoma was very good to me in the election, so I love Oklahoma. Don't ever leave Oklahoma, okay?
Okay, I'll try.
Good. That's good. And
Amy, you got a question?
go ahead, hon.
You want when Santa? You want to ask when Santa's going to be here? Okay, ready? Yeah. Okay, when is Santa going to be here?
Santa's going to be here.
Well, Santa's going to stop over tonight, leave you a lot of beautiful presents, like really beautiful presents. What do you want more than anything else? What present would you like?
Hello, Emily. Hello. Merry Christmas.
Dollhouse.
Wow, a dollhouse. I think we can work that out. I have a feeling, Mommy, that we can work that out, right?
Family.
I think Santa's going to bring you the most beautiful dollhouse you've ever seen, okay? Let me know how good the dollhouse is, but we owe a lot to Santa, so I think Santa will fulfill your wish, okay?
I look forward to it too. So, are they?
Thank you,
are
honey.
they there?
Take care of yourself. Merry Christmas. Say hello to Oklahoma. We love Oklahoma, okay? Thank you.
All right, Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you, darling. Thank you very much. Okay, next.
Emily, you hear me?
I figure you should hear some of this, otherwise you're not going to know what's going on.
Oh, maybe she's shy, right?
And she's very good at
Just
not
now,
listening to
Santa
this.
is now over.
She's very focused.
Yeah.
First Lady is very focused. Okay, you can go ahead. Next one. General.
I think it will be when it will be very dark. Very
Yes,
late
Mr. President, we're
tonight
about to
when it
drop
will
the
be
next
dark.
one in.
And President Trump and First Lady Melania taking call.
Passing you to Savannah. She's 8 years old and she's from Salisbury, North Carolina.
Good. Good. Hi, how are you? Merry Christmas.
It is.
How are you?
Yes. Hi.
Hi. How are you doing? Okay.
To you and your family.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
How are you?
I'm fine. You sound so beautiful and cute. How old are you?
I'm 8.
Wow, so smart. You sound so smart. So do you have a question for Santa, or do you want to know anything about Santa?
So I do have another question.
Go ahead.
So, I don't know. So will Santa ever get mad if we don't leave him out any cookies?
This was getting good. Go ahead, say it again, honey. Go ahead. Will Santa ever get mad?
Will Santa ever get mad if we don't leave him out any cookies?
I think he won't get mad, but I think he'll be very disappointed. You know, he tends to be a little bit on the cherubic side. You know what cherubic means? A little on the heavy side. I think Santa would like some cookies. You'd like to leave some cookies for Santa, right?
Merry Christmas.
Yes.
But you're not going to forget. You'll leave some. I would leave them. I think Santa has a serious appetite.
Yes.
Right? And it's so good to talk to you. Are you looking for something specific from Santa? What would you like to have as a present?
Are you waiting for Santa?
I don't think they go for anything.
Right, that's nice, honey. Well, you just take care of yourself. North Carolina is a great place. It's a great place.
Yes.
And you have you're surrounded by great people and great parents, and say hello to them, okay?
He will be very hungry when he
Okay.
Thank you, honey. Take care of yourself. Good. Say hello to Santa if you should see him. Goodbye. Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you, General. Go ahead.
What did you ask Santa for?
General, go ahead.
Yes, Mr. President. Your operator will be dropping another child on your line here in just a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. Fantastic. So
Nice
I wish
setup,
you Merry
right?
Christmas.
That's beautiful. But
Yeah.
this way you can hear what's going on. I think it's a little bit better.
Oh, that's very nice.
One-sided calls are never good,
I wish you all the best, all your family.
but they're
Merry Christmas.
much less dangerous.
Speaking with Amelia, age 8, from Anthony, Kansas.
Good.
And Santa is currently in Sweden.
Okay. Santa's in Sweden.
Hello.
You
Hi.
are now connected with the President of the United States.
Hi. How are you?
Where's Santa? How long until Santa will be?
Okay, well, Santa's now in Sweden. So Santa's got quite a trip to get to your great area, your great part of the world, because you live in a terrific place. But I would say Santa will make it in record time, probably in about 5 hours. 5 hours from now, Santa will be coming down your chimney and have a beautiful present for you. What would you like Santa to bring?
Not cold.
Not coal. No, you don't want coal. Well, coal is, you mean clean, beautiful coal. I had to do that, I'm sorry. No, coal is clean and beautiful. Please remember that at all costs. But you don't want clean, beautiful coal, right?
No.
What would you like?
Barbie, the American Girl doll.
Barbie, okay. Well, you'll get that, I'm sure. What else? Anything else?
Clothes.
Clothes, good. That's good.
Candy.
Candy, well, candy is good. Candy is good. Do you eat candy? Do you eat much candy?
Not all.
Well, you eat as much as you want. Be healthy, okay? But Santa's gonna be there in about 5 hours, leaving Sweden right now. He's taking care of Sweden, leaving right now, okay?
Okay.
And he's gonna have beautiful presents. And say hello to your mom and dad, okay, honey?
Okay.
Okay, bye. Bye. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Take care of yourself. Sounds like you have a beautiful daughter. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.
Hello.
It's fun, right? It's nice.
How?
This is America.
Yes.
Okay, I'm ready, General. See, she just keeps storming through.
Perfect. Thank you.
It's good.
Hello, Walker. Hi. Hi, how are you?
Hey, General.
Merry Christmas.
Mr. President.
Do you know where Santa is right now?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
He's over Sweden. He's over Sweden. Yeah? You're tracking him? Yeah.
Sorry, it takes a second to get them from line to line.
Okay, that's okay.
Perfect.
No
what
problem.
did you ask Santa? What do you want for Christmas? You don't know.
This is a nice
It's still
room.
a time, maybe, right?
You
A
like the
truck.
room, everybody?
Okay. So,
Nice. No
he's
ceiling
some
height
cookies and
problem.
cream, right?
Plenty of room for your.
So he will be hungry.
For your
when
mics,
he will
right?
be at your house.
Let's see.
Yeah? Do you have brothers and sisters? You do? How old are you? Brother, okay. Say hello to him. And
Mr. President, we
he's
are
very
connecting
small
you
then.
to Cruz. He is 5 years old from State College, Pennsylvania. And Santa is currently in for Copenhagen, Denmark.
Whoa. That's pretty good.
Merry Christmas, you too.
Hi.
Thank you.
How are you?
Thank you. Merry Christmas, Mom.
This is Krill.
Hi, Krill.
I'm from Pennsylvania.
Right, I know. Oh, Pennsylvania's great. We won Pennsylvania. Actually, 3 times, but we won Pennsylvania. We won it in a landslide, so I love Pennsylvania. So Santa right now is in Copenhagen, Denmark. And he's heading toward our country. What would you like from Santa?
A 3D pen, and I want glazed digger, and I want science stuff, and a robot.
Well, you'll get all of it. Mom, I think he's going to get all of it, don't you think, from Santa?
Thank you. Merry Christmas, General.
I think so. He was really good.
Well, he sounds like he's good. Sounds like he's got a good mom, too, right?
Yeah. Say, we love President Trump, right?
Ah, that's so nice.
Yeah.
I voted.
Oh, wow. I'll bet your mom voted properly. Well, we love that wonderful place you come from. You know, we have I have very good feelings about it. We did so well there, so I appreciate it, Mom. Okay? Pennsylvania's a great place. Really great place. So I want to thank you and good luck. And I hope you get everything you want, but I think Santa will come through. He's heading here from Denmark, and he should be here in about 5 hours, but you'll be sleeping, right?
Yep.
When you sleep, when you wake up in the morning, you're going to be the happiest young man.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
excited.
You're excited? Well, I'm excited too, because the country's doing well. And Mom, thank you very much, okay? Thank you, Mom.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas, President Trump.
And you too and your whole family. Thank you, darling. Take care of yourself. Bye.
Thank you. Take
Bye.
care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Nice, right? Could do this all day long. We have to get back to China, Russia, Ukraine. We have to get back to other things, but you could do this all day long. Okay, General, we're ready.
Yes, Mr. President. We'll work another one through.
Okay? $4.3 GDP yesterday. That was 2 points more than they thought. People were shocked. The tariffs did it. When the tariffs came through, as I said they would. Great numbers, great financial numbers. I don't think the kids are too interested in that. I think they like to talk about other things. How are you doing, First Lady? Oh, look at you.
I'm waiting for a phone call.
Is this the greatest First Lady? People love our First Lady, right, honey?
Yeah.
Look at her. How elegant is the First Lady? Look at you. I'm not supposed to be doing this.
Matt,
You know?
anybody else? Are they calling? They do?
Yeah,
Okay.
this will be both your last call.
Okay, perfect.
Is that her last call?
Both of you.
Okay, good. General, I'm ready.
Thank you, Mr. President. I think they have one coming through right now.
See, we put a general in charge because we want to make sure it works out right.
Did you make a Christmas list? Yes?
Are you guys going back or are you going to stay here? Exciting time, right? For the country, it's exciting. We're doing well.
Mr. President,
Yes.
I have Spencer on the phone for you. He's age 10 and Beckett age 6. They're from near Tacoma, Washington.
Good. Wow. That's great. Hi. How are you both? Okay?
Yeah, Spencer and Beckett, you are on the phone with the President of the United States.
And you know who I have here with me? The First Lady. We have the First Lady.
A Kindle.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good. Well, you must be a high IQ person. We need more high IQ people in the country. So, we definitely need more high IQ. So,
Oh, I would like the most this year. A gumball. I'll make your own pinball machine.
no pinball machine. That's great. You know Elton John? He did Pinball Wizard. We'll have to send you a copy of Pinball Wizard. Well, that sounds great, actually. So Santa's not going to let you down. Santa is a good Santa. Not going to let you down. Mom, how are you doing? Okay?
We're fantastic, sir. Thank you so much for accepting their call.
Oh, absolutely. You sound fantastic. And the kids sound great, right? They sound great. The country's doing well. We saved our country. Our country was not going so good. Now it's doing great. Great numbers, great everything. So we're in very good shape. It's going to be a good Christmas. But I just want to thank you, and I think that Santa's going to really be good to you tonight. Be coming to your area in about 6 or 7 hours when you're sleeping, but Santa's going to be very good to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
No, thank you, honey.
Appreciate it.
And have a great Christmas. And Mom, have a great Christmas, okay? And your family.
Thank you so much, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. You sound so great. You sound great and your kids sound great. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, sir.
Nice talking to you. And General, thank you very much. You did a good job.
You're welcome.
That's not easy coordination, actually. Thank you. You too, General. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Goodbye.
Good job, right? I mean, they did a good job. Thank you all very much. Good job, buddy.
Okay, I thought he was going to take some calls to the military, but I guess not. He's still sitting there, so hold on. They cut his feed. they all right. So they're showing him, but they obviously have cut his microphone, and he's talking to the press. But they've cut his mic, so there's no. Oh, and there we go. Ooh, wow, that hurts. that you get. You get that beep in the air, like, woo, easy there. All right. So, yeah, it was short, and some people might have found that a little bit boring. Maybe that's why Fox cut away. But it's Christmas. He's going to do some things that are not president-y or something like that. That's crazy. So I enjoyed it. I love talking to little kids. My little kids will be here tomorrow morning. I can't wait. They land here at 9:30 in the morning. So I am so psyched that they will be here. The grandkids, Ashley and her husband as well. So we got a whole crew coming down for Christmas. Actually, wait a minute. Tomorrow's Christmas. They're coming on Friday. They're coming the day after Christmas, which anything. So let me finish off by telling you what I was talking about, in terms of everything going on. I do have to do this first. I want to talk to you about this because I think that a lot of people completely missed the idea behind all of this, and I just want to give you my 2 cents if I can. Give me about another 35 minutes, as long as this internet thing is okay, and I'm going to tell you what exactly it is I think that's happening, because it's really important. The media missed it. Many people on the right even missed it. There were even some of the normal influencers who weren't paying attention. And I think it is important for you to pay attention to what has happened by that Supreme Court decision saying you can't use the National Guard because you haven't yet used regular forces. So they're going to fight over that. They're going to fight over what is a regular force, but I think Justice Kavanaugh completely explained it. So give me 60 seconds, and then we'll get to that. Because I really, really think that you guys need to, before we break today, have that down and understand it. So I'm going to go to that. Let me talk to you about chapter really quick. Medicare is confusing. As someone who recently turned 65 myself, I can tell you that is absolutely true. I can confirm it. Keeping track of enrollment periods, which make no sense, understanding all your options, and making sure you're on the right plan takes too much time and energy. And between Medicare scams, corrupt agents, and bloated insurance companies, it's easy to make mistakes that can cost you thousands. That's why I'm happy I called Chapter. They're actually honest and the only Medicare advisor that looks at every plan nationwide and helping people like you save an average of $1,100 a year. People are relieved when they talk to Chapter. One member, Margaret, was so happy she called Chapter, and she's saving $105 a month. For those of you a little bit math challenged, that's over $1,200 this year. She got the same supplemental plan just by switching insurance companies. These guys won't push you to buy a plan you don't want, and their support is completely free. So if you're turning 65 or you have questions at all about your Medicare coverage, call them at 475-328-3545 to get the most out of Medicare. And understanding this, most people wish they had called sooner. So give them a call, 475-328-3545. I don't think you'll feel sorry. So what I was saying before President Trump came on was that President Trump could have invoked the Insurrection Act at any time. And I believe the reason he waited was because of a matter of timing and public perception. I think he needed both the time and to help get people to understand what exactly is going to be happening. It's not just merely signing the order and invoking it. I think President Trump needed to show an overwhelming amount of people, not just MAGA, but people around the country, that we are indeed being attacked by an enemy from within, as General Flynn has said, and that we need the military to secure our cities. Now, you understand this because you've been following along. You've seen the judges, you've seen the governors, you've seen the mayors, you've seen the criminals, you've seen all of this stuff break loose, And you kept wondering, when is he going to do it? See, the hard part was getting people to want that to happen. If he had just done it, I don't know, a couple months into his presidency, people would have been saying, you didn't try. You didn't try to do everything you could possibly do. But now I think people are starting to understand this is out of hand. This is completely out of hand. The mainstream media, they're compromised. They're doing everything they possibly can to obfuscate and get in his way. This entire Epstein thing is a complete farce. It's almost to me like the Epstein thing is reason enough. They're completely lying and making stuff up. Whoever it was, think about this for a second. This man went through a presidency. He went through a campaign to run for president. He went for another campaign to run for president. They tried to shoot him. They tried to do all this stuff. They tried to throw him in court. And you're telling me nowhere in that period of time did they have anything to say about him being, Epsteinian? Nothing? And now in 2025, you're out there trying to dust something up as though he did something. The key to all of this, in my mind, is to define what an insurrection is. You see, I think too many people thought that an insurrection meant we're seeing bombs and riots and people shooting each other in the street. And that's not the definition of an insurrection. The definition of an insurrection is to what? Overthrow the government. Can anybody sit back and see what's going on in these courts? What's going on in these cities? The money that's been stolen? The complete fabrication of evidence to try and sow division, to create this entire color war, this color revolution. Is that not evidence of an insurrection? Of course it is. But he had to let you see it. He had to let the seditious six come out and say what they were going to do. They had the incredulity of a judge saying you've got to bring back deported people from another country. That is specifically trying to overthrow the government. Your job is to protect Americans, and I think every single one of us knows at this point they are doing everything they possibly can not to protect Americans. They've been telling all of the people in the public that we're Nazis, that we're Hitlerian, that we're fascist, and that Trump was going to unleash a military dictatorship. Do you understand that propaganda is a weapon? It doesn't hit you and cause blood, but it's most assuredly a weapon. And they've been doing it on a wide scale to a wide number of people. All over the country. It's widespread. Because some people would say, well, you can't have an insurrection in Boise. But we're seeing this happen across the country. It just keeps happening. So I believe he had to do it this way. I believe he had to make sure you, me, everybody saw it so they're not surprised when it happens. He didn't want to cause panic. Panic would have been people seeing military roll into the streets in February. No, can't do it yet. But now, I think the pitch is so high that everybody is out there screaming. I mean, literally screaming, do something. You're hearing it everywhere. Do something. Not yet. Not yet. See, the public, you, me, the public has to be psychologically prepared, because you have to, before you can do something about a problem, you personally have to be someone to admit you have one. You can't stop smoking until you realize smoking's bad. You can't keep eating blueberry muffins until you realize eating blueberry muffins is bad. You can't do anything until you realize psychologically, I got to change. And so here we are at Christmas. And in the next week, we are going into the new year. And as we go into the new year, what happens inevitably across the country? People start admitting they need to change, and they create resolutions. I got to lose weight. All right, so come January, I'm going to hit the gym. I'm going to stop smoking. I'm going to stop drinking. I'm going to stop beating my wife. I'm going to start being a better dad. Everybody starts making psychological promises to themselves about being better next week. So what a perfect time to let people know now's the time for us to make a resolution in 2026. What a better time to let people know, you've seen this, right? You've seen this. You've seen this. You got ICE agents being shot at. You got all this happening. Are we going to just keep doing that? Or are we going to do something about it? That's why I think President Trump has been giving us soft disclosure about the Insurrection Act for a long time. And you know what else the Democrats know? Remember, Elise Slotkin, she went on one of the talk shows and said he's going to invoke the Insurrection Act. And I'm sure many people are like, what's the Insurrection Act? What do you mean? So this soft disclosure we've been seeing for months, because I could literally say to anybody in the chat right now, give me a list of the things that have happened that look insurrection-y, that look like you're trying to overthrow the president. Just go ahead and give me a list. And you guys would go Bo Asperger, and you would say this, and Pritzker, and Newsom, and Walt. I mean, you could probably yourself come up with a laundry list of things and go, yeah, they've been trying to do some bad things to America for quite some time. So add all those up. And what do you have when you add them all up? You have a lot of people going, do something. You're finally to the point where people are like, I've had enough. I'm done with these idiots. I'm done with them doing bad things to kids. I mean, literally, your list would be exhaustive. And it's much different than that list would have been in February. Because none of these things had happened at that point, where there's been judge after judge after judge, and just craziness, and the Maryland man. We didn't have all that memory. Now you've got all that memory, and you've I've flippin' had it with these people. They're destroying our country. You can say that now in December. You couldn't say that in February. I believe President Trump has been mentally preparing you for what he already knew and his administration knew had to be done. And he couldn't tell you. He had to show you. You had to turn on the television or look at the news and go, what? Another one? You got to go to Venezuela or Ecuador and get back prisoners that were deported and bring them back to America? What? The Somalians took $9 billion? What? You didn't have all that information. We had to show you, I would think he would say. Now you see what we got to do? Now do you understand how bad it's been? I understand it's Christmas. We're just going to smile and talk to some kids today. But remember back in September when he was addressing all his generals and he was reminding them how Washington and Lincoln used the military to keep the peace? He didn't say National Guard. He said the military. I think what you're seeing is a culmination of a plan that is taking place over the entirety of the year. He always knew he had time. The panicans, the fraud pollsters, they're the ones, you're going to lose 2026. And I kept saying to you guys, he knows what they're going to do to him. He knows they'll throw him in jail. He knows they'll take his business. He knows they will destroy his family, his friends. He knows they will just go roughshod on his country. But you had to know it, because what's going to happen is when he does go ahead and invoke, it's going to require you saying, I'm there. I'm ready for this. I am sick what these people have done. I am not going to take it anymore. Whatever you need to do, do it. And I think I could be wrong, but I think every single one watching this video is like, yeah, I'm done with it. I'm completely done with these people. And now he can do it. That man that you just saw talking to those little kids, he looked worried? Mm-mm. I want to show you a couple things because before we go, this was like some of the stuff that was going around. Supreme Court rejected Trump's request to deploy the National Guard to Chicago. Trump tried to do it nicely, but now he will have no choice but to declare a national emergency and invoke the Insurrection Act to deploy the United States, the military, and the National Guard to Chicago and other Democrat cities. Somebody said something to me today, and then literally 10 minutes after he said something, General Michael Flynn posted something. And let me see if I can show you this, because when you see it, it make your eyes go like this. And I want you to take a look at this real quick. Where is it here? Okay. This is what General Flynn said. I want you to tell me what jumps off the page at you. He says, this crap has to cease by mass arrests of the upper crust sickos that did this stuff. Okay, I'll buy that Epstein is dead for now, but oh, what? What do you mean for now? I'll buy that Epstein is dead for now, but if a former president or presidents of any country other than elites are part of this, what does this mean? How on December 24th does he now just say for now? These people pick their words very, very closely. What do you mean for now? And then the gentleman that hit me up, he goes, do you think perhaps what they were looking for at Mar-a-Lago wasn't documents? And even me, I went, what? No, you're not saying this, are you? You guys are not saying this. You are not coming out and saying, I'll believe it for now, meaning there's some doubt. And so I had posted on that day, I go, do you guys remember what happened in August 10th of 2019? And do you remember who was president then? And that was when he supposedly took himself out. And we were told there were no cameras. There was nothing there. And then 3 days ago, there was a video inside the cell. And I'm like, where'd that come from? It's 2025, 6 years later, and there's a video supposedly showing the inside of the cell, him trying to take himself out. And in 2019, Trump was president. And then Michael Flynn says something like this. I don't know. It's shocking to me. And so I want to show you the actual, I guess we can call it, I was going to say invoice, the order that took place. And it's pretty important for you to take a look at this, right? Let's look at this. Excuse me. I think it's actually happening. I am reading through the Supreme Court ruling in Trump v. Illinois, and they ruled that Trump needs to invoke the Insurrection Act in order to send the troops into Chicago, and they actually basically said those words. Kavanaugh, in his dissent, even says that this ruling, quote, could cause the president to use the military more than the National Guard, unquote. The Supreme Court just admitted that President Trump has the authority to invoke the Insurrection Act to bypass posse comitatus and send the troops to Chicago and any other city he wants. Trump tried to exhaust every legal avenue possible, which is what I was saying to you, before resulting to the Insurrection Act, but the Dems resisted and refused to cooperate. Sounds to me like Trump just got the green light to invoke the Insurrection Act. I don't think he needed the green light. But here's what that gentleman was talking about. And this is very important for you guys to read. And somebody called the reckoning goes, Marines on tap. if you haven't read this yet, I want you to read this. I know it's a bunch of legalese, but it's very important. This was written by Judge Kavanaugh from the dissent. No. Yeah, he was the one. Yeah, not the dissent. He voted against. He was part of the 6 that said no. And this is a memorandum by the no side. Not the yes side. That's very important, the distinction. Kavanaugh didn't vote for it. He said Trump can't do it. And here's why he said Trump can't do it. As I read it, the court's opinion does not address the president's authority under the Insurrection Act. First sentence. C10 USC, and he quotes the statute. Moreover, the court's opinion does not address or purport to disturb the president's long-asserted Article 2 authority to use the U.S. military as distinct from National Guard to protect federal personnel and property and thereby ensure the execution of federal law. You see the difference there? He's like, no, you got that authority. You got to use the real people. So they're all out there saying, oh, this is great news, but it's not for them. They just sealed their doom. They are just animals being played with by, the predator, because they can't do anything about this. As Professor Goldsmith has succinctly explained, the protective power is the president's inherent or independent Article 2 power to protect federal personnel, property, and functions. So that there's no disagreement there. I agree that it is the president's inherent power to do what he needs to do. The key point is that the president can assert the protective power without reliance on Section 12406. He can deploy regular armed forces without any need to federalize the Guard. He just said, you got to do what you got to do. You don't need to federalize the National Guard. You need to put the ones who are already under your control on the streets. See, the National Guard is run by the states. The president was federalizing them and saying that we're taking control of them. Kavanaugh is saying, you don't need to do that. Just put the regular guys out there. The Democrats, CNN, they didn't read into this to understand. He can deploy regular armed forces without any need to federalize the Guard. Presidents often have. Goldsmith, President Trump holds the legal cards on the use of the military in the domestic sphere, executive functions, and he quotes a date. One apparent ramification of the court's opinion is that it could cause the president to use the U.S. military more than the National Guard to protect federal personnel and property in the United States. You get it? What they thought was a victory for the Democrats was nothing more than them saying, well, you're using the wrong people. You don't need the National Guard. Bring in the real guys. We'll support that. It's the real guys that we need you to use. We need you to invoke the Insurrection Act to give you the authority and bring in the real guys, and you're good. The Democrats completely missed it. And I'm hoping as you're going into Christmas here that you don't miss it, that you understand at this point it's coming. It's not even a doubt in my mind. In fact, to even prove that even further, where is this one that came out earlier right after that? Hold on, let me bring it in here and show you. Yeah, here it is right here. This was at 1:17 p.m. today. The White House is now considering a deployment of the Marines to Chicago. Boom. The White House is now considering a deployment of the Marines to Chicago. Okay, if that's what I got to do, that's what I got to do. I hear you. So you're going to see people right now because they're off with family. You're going to be off tonight. You're going to be putting packages under the tree. You're going to be baking and cooking. And President Trump's smiling and talking to the kids, for Christmas. And all the same time, they are plotting. Because if they are indeed going to move the Marines into Chicago, you can bet your butt it ain't going to end there. It will be Portland. It will be Chicago. You may see some of these judges get rounded up. You may see everything you thought you would have saw, but now it's actually going to happen, and it's going to freak people out. Be forewarned. Have a great holiday. Watch the news. See, the best time to catch somebody is when they least expect it. The best time that he could do something where everyone's out of town, everyone's home, and there's nobody to cry to, and most of the media, they've been, sent where they need to go. You can turn on Fox, and it's all the third-rate people are on right now. None of the headliners are there. It's quiet right now. And I don't think President Trump's going to do anything on Christmas Eve. And I don't think he's going to do anything on Christmas. But Friday, Saturday, watch out. That's what I'm thinking. It's coming. It is most assuredly coming. Dearborn, yeah, all through there. All that Somalia stuff. Yep. I was expecting this after Schumer. That's a great point. There is no way there is no possible way they are going to allow the Democrats to shut down the government again. So I think in addition to everything else, we may see, blowing up this filibuster. At this point, he's ready to do something. We're going into 2026. Everything is different. Economy's going great. The big, beautiful bill is hitting. There's no way we're going to allow these people to get in there and screw things up. Can't happen. And then I saw something that Elon Musk posted too. I want to show this to you because he said something that was just otherworldly. Let me see if I can find it real quick. He said he expects that GDP could go to double digits. I can't find it. You can see because he tweets so much, but that's what he said. He expects that GDP could go to double. So if everybody's strapping onto the rocket ship, the last thing you want is the Democrats to screw things up on January 15th or January 30th, whenever it's supposed to expire, and then shut the government down. Scott Bessent has said everything is going to be perfect as long as we don't shut the government down. New Federal Reserve chairman gonna lower rates. It's gonna happen. Silver through the roof. There is so much right now on the precipice that this is when he has to do it. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking at this point that's what here's what Elon Musk said. Double-digit growth is coming within 12 to 18 months. If applied intelligence is proxy for economic growth, which it should be, triple-digit growth is possible within 5 years. I don't have my shades with me, but as I said yesterday in the video, the future is so bright. We're going to need shades. We may even have to wear some sunglasses at night, start playing that Corey Hart song, because the only thing that's in his way, which means the only thing that's in our way from enjoying massive prosperity, massive safe living, is the Democrats. There's nothing that they want positive for America. I'm pretty sure if they read this and said that double-digit growth is within realm of 12 to 18 months, they would freak out. They don't want to see that kind of prosperity. They hate it because people have to be contained. And so I just think it's coming. I think we're going to see it probably with before January 30th, because there's no way in hell we're going to let this government shut down. Let's see here. Yep, I've invested already. Good for you. Um, oh my, OMG, double digits. That's never happened, not even with China since Y2K. Nope. Well, yeah, we are seriously on the precipice of doing that line in the movie Back to the Future, where we're going, we don't need roads. And this guy I just loved that he was talking to those kids and just smiling. And I don't know if you saw, there was some stuff that Stephen Miller came out with, and he's talking about deport them all. They're going. Especially right now. I mean, it is, going towards 6 o'clock on Christmas Eve. So I'm going to get out of here. But I want you guys to really, really enjoy your weekend. Have fun with your families. Enjoy Christmas. Understand what we're celebrating is indeed the birth of Jesus Christ. And don't let this craziness get to you. Shut it down. If you're going to be lonely, I'd say by 7 o'clock, I'll have the Santa tracker up and some music just in case people want to chat. Keep your eyes about you. Look, listen, see what's going on. And, pray for everybody that has safe travels, people's family, all that kind of stuff. I'll see you. I doubt Trump's going to do anything tomorrow. I won't be able to. I probably won't be able to do much for the next couple of days because Ashley and the kids are coming down. But in any event, I think we're there. I think we are right there. I think the Democrats screwed themselves. And I think all hell is going to break loose right after, I'd say probably the second week of January. I tell you this now because the rest of the week is pretty much lost with family and Christmas. And then you got New Year's, which means that week is going to be kind of lost. Prepare. There's no way these people are going to go lightly. They're not going to just take it and accept it. They will do everything they possibly can to burn it down. Once they realize he's got them surrounded, he's got the ability to do what he wants to do, they're going to go absolutely ballistic. And he's including the media in this. Before I go, let me see if I can find that, because he's not leaving any stone unturned, and this kind of freaked him out as well. Here, let me show you this. If network newscasts and their late night shows are almost 100% negative to President Donald J. Trump, MAGA, and the Republican Party, shouldn't their very valuable broadcast licenses be terminated? I say yes. So he's letting them know we're coming for you people too. You're not trying to do things for America. You're trying to be a part of the insurrection. You're trying to do everything you can to destroy this country. And I'm putting you on notice. You're next. And so if you see him posting stuff like this, at the same time, you got to be wondering, oh, he's talking about going scorched earth. In fact, he put up 3 posts in a row about the media. Here, let me show you this. 3 posts in a row. He said, who is the worst late night host, CBS, ABC, or NBC? They all have 3 things in common. Stephen Colbert is a pathetic train wreck. I mean, he's letting you know. Remember what I said earlier about soft disclosure. That's a very soft disclosure. We're going to terminate their licenses. What do you think about that? Just told you. The only way this works, and I think this is where the problem a lot of people have, you can't do this a little bit. And I think maybe that's why he waited so long. You can't be a little bit pregnant. You got to go all in. You got to do something about the media. You got to do something about the judges. You got to do something about the Democrats. You got to all in. Doctors who are doing these crazy surgeries on people. Governors in all these states that are, you watch what happens with the big, beautiful bill and how they're going to be working overtime to hurt people so they don't feel the success. It's coming. It's absolutely coming. And I haven't felt this strong about this in quite some time. So I don't want to hold you guys here anywhere longer. Let's go ahead and look at some super chats. I want to get you guys to go hang out with your families and go eat some food. I'm going to order me some Thai food if they're still open, because Robin's going to be cooking all day tomorrow. So I figure some Thai food might hit the spot. All right, so let me do this, and then I'll get the tracker up, and you guys, if you're hanging out, we'll jump back in. All right, so Redeemed Patriot, the Christmas spirit is in the air. Merry Christmas to you as well. AI Phelps, Merry Christmas. Terry Murphy, Merry Christmas. Judith Fleisch, Merry Christmas. Fleischman. Jim Wright, my apologies for handing you another red pill this morning. Had my dealings with spooks throughout my career. Rule number one, only believe 1%. The rest is twisted into dead ends and half truths. Please put this towards the Bible. You got it. Merry Christmas to you. No, I love it when some of you guys have some insight and makes me sit back and go, huh. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense. So thank you. And Tania, Merry Christmas, Barry, Robin, Ashley Mods. Thank you, all of you guys. Let me make sure I didn't skip any. That was the same one from Jim Wright. And this one was above Tania. Thank you guys all. All right, everybody, I'm going to put on the after party, and it hits different today. I want you guys, please have a safe, happy, Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you on the other side.
First Noel, the angels did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in a fields where they lay, keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. Looked up and saw a star shining in the east, beyond them far, and to the earth it gave great light, and so it continued both day and night. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel.
Did just about all of it in time for Christmas, and you've earned it. Nobody else is going to do that for you. That I can tell you. It was 1,775, and I said, if you had $1, it's 1776, and everyone said, well, we never thought of it, but that $1 was pretty cool. Last week, I also signed a 3.8 pay raise for every soldier, sailor, airman, Coast Guardsman, Space Guardian and Marine. So it's been a good time for you. The country's doing well. We're taking in hundreds of billions of dollars from tariffs that have really made us stronger and much richer and given us great national security. So you are a beneficiary of that. We have 6 units joining us today, 1 from each branch of our military. And joining us all the way from Iraq is the U.S. Army 2nd Brigade Combat Team and part of the 34th Infantry Division. That's a big deal. Thank you to Brigade Commander Colonel Eric Saltz and the entire unit for your extraordinary work to crush the ISIS terrorists, which you're doing. And it was a big attack, and you really did a big job. I know you will continue to show no mercy. You can't show mercy because they show no mercy to us. I also want to recognize the crew of the USS Gerald Ford aircraft carrier. That's an interesting place to be right now. In the Caribbean Sea, helmed by Captain Dave Scarosi. And I was honored to commission the Ford in 2016 and 2017. It was under construction for a long time. I won't tell you how many billions it cost, but it's a lot, but it's the latest and the greatest. And I'm tremendously grateful for the work that you're doing to stop drug trafficking in our region. As you probably heard, drug trafficking by sea is down 96%. Think of that, 96. Now we're going after the land. The land is actually easier. But by sea, it's down 96%. And what we're really trying to do is figure out who are the 4%, because we have it stopped pretty cold. Representing the Marines today is the 15th Marine Expeditionary Unit, serving all the way from the Philippines under Colonel Rob McDonald. Thank you, Colonel. You did an outstanding job helping the Philippines recover from 2 devastating typhoons recently. They got hit hard. And you're also an unstoppable symbol of American power in the Pacific. So I want to thank you. And let me also congratulate the men and women of the United States Air Force for their work to support our campaign to stop drugs from pouring into our country through the Caribbean, including all of the work that you've done with the 6th Expeditionary Air Refueling Squadron, led by Lieutenant Colonel Daniel McLaughlin. You're currently deployed in the U.S. Virgin Islands, and you've been away from home for Christmas for a while, actually, but you're going home soon, and the Virgin Islands are a very beautiful place to be. You have to be someplace not so bad to be in the Virgin Islands. So I want to thank you for the great job you've done, and let's also salute our amazing Space Force. That's very close to my heart, the Space Force, because I was the one that started it. And it's turned out to be a tremendous success, invaluable. You have a team which is working for the really American dominance in outer space. When we started, we were 3rd behind China and Russia, and now we're leading both by a lot. The 42nd Electromagnetic Warfare Combat Detachment. How about that name? It's so great. That's what it's about. That's called modern-day warfare. But under the command of Captain Kaylee Cuniff, is currently performing cutting-edge defense activities at an undisclosed location. I'd like to tell them where you are. I know, but I won't do that. But I just want you to keep up the great work. And I'm very, very honored by Space Force, the job you've done. What you've done is incredible in a very short period of time. I always said it's going to be one of the most important things I ever did. Last but not least, let me thank the members of the United States Coast Guard who are also involved in the fight against drugs. Our fantastic crew on board the Coast Guard cutter Glenn Harris, led by Lieutenant Hunter Blankenship.
No.
Not good.
We're trying to.
You agree with the extension? Is it the right thing? And I don't blame you, time and in for refueling. What's the best decision?
Favorite tradition.
Well, I think my Christmas tradition is
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory stream from heaven afar, heavenly hosts sing hallelujah, Christ the Savior is born, Christ the Savior is born. solemn stillness lay to hear the angels sing. Still through the cloven skies they come with peaceful wings unfurled. us receive her King. Let every heart preparing room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Lay down.